I know you, I can feel you with the green of soul. It's more than empty dreams and promises. It's not infecting me no more. When all I say to you is getting gone, you won't be feeling me no more. I know you, I can feel you with the green of souls. When you're not looking at me, I feel so slow. When all those dreams of all our memories, there's not being alone and one. And thoughts of you just break me down inside. I sing it with the green of souls. I know you, I can feel you with the green of souls. When you're not looking at me, I feel so slow. Get your hands up. It's more than empty dreams and promises.
Oh, all right, here we go. Welcome to the listening room, you guys. My name is Eddie Booz. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and like the video for the content. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today on the listening room, season 3. You guys know what time it is. I love it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Today, my guest is quite the musician, actually. She just released a brand new album and just did a release show for that album live on digital, on the internet here, because nobody gets to go outside. So I'd like to introduce to the show a phenomenal musician from right here in Long Beach, California, Violent Vickie. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. So why don't you, for everyone out there who doesn't know, why don't you explain kind of a little bit about your style and a little bit about like what kind of music you are? Because we're going to listen to some of your stuff today and kind of like to get a feel for that from you.
I like to call it dark synth riot, but it's kind of a mix of like dark wave and post-punk and synth pop, and I also have a couple ambient tracks in my album. So
Interesting. How many tracks does the album have?
it has 15 tracks.
Dark Synth Riot.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you give me some like inspirations or like maybe kind of like little nuances that we might be able to look forward to from like maybe like other artists that may have inspired you, or that may be along these lines?
Yeah, I like Crystal Castles a lot. Susie. One of the songs sounds similar to Boy Harsher, although I made it before I heard of them.
Sure.
And like Sleater Kinney, La Tigra, like Riot Girl bands, and like adult electroclash bands like Adult and Peaches.
Nice.
Yeah, Chicks on Speed, stuff like that.
Very cool. Very cool.
It's a dog.
So yeah, Miss Daisy. Miss Daisy's on the show quite often. Actually, she is.
Aw.
She is my co-host. In fact, if you look at all the merchandise for the show, there's a store for the listening room, and look at all the merchandise. It all says Daisy is my co-host.
Aw.
So yeah, Daisy is my co-host. Anyway, indeed, she's here. She's doing the damn thing. So tell me a little bit about your show recently. You had a show where you kind of did the entire album. You did the entire album, right?
Not the whole thing. No.
Okay. So how did that go, and like what did that entail, and where can people see that?
It's on YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel, and I also streamed it. It went to Facebook and Twitter and Twitch as well.
Nice.
But probably the easiest spot to find it is on YouTube.
Sure.
But I bought like some new lighting from Guitar Center and like used that for the show and like hung up a big like couple black sheets, dark sheets in my apartment and just streamed it from there. And there was a lot of technical challenges getting there, but it worked out. So
it looked good. When you sent me the link to the show, I was really impressed. Actually, you were super excited that you had done it, and you sent me the link to it, and I popped it up. And I got to be honest with you, there's a lot of independent artists out there right now that are putting out streams that, I think, I'm not sure, how. I mean, I would say the quality is not great on a lot of them. Some of them are really good. Like, some of them are really good, but some of them aren't so good. And when I saw yours, I was really impressed with the sound. The audio on your live stream for the live show was impeccable. I was really, really impressed with that. Did you put that together yourself? Like, your whole thing? Did you use, like, Logic and your own audio interface? Like, how did you do that?
Yeah, I used 2 computers and had like a backing track coming from one of them into a mixer, and then my vocals and synth going into the mixer, and then coming out into
Gotcha.
the other computer.
So
going to
when you perform, generally, do you perform solo, or do you ever have anyone with you, like, when you perform?
Yeah, I've had synth players, a dancer,
but
and
you're a synth
guitar
player yourself too.
Yeah.
Right.
But actually, I think before when I had a synth player, I wasn't playing synth. I was just singing. And I've had a dancer, and then I've had guitarists too. So, yeah. And I also usually use visuals, but somebody stole my projector from my car.
What?
In my garage.
In your garage?
So I'm no longer going to be doing visuals because it was just a huge pain in the ass anyways. So
really?
I think I'm just going to do lighting from now on.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean by visuals? Did you have, like, video and stuff, like, projected, like, behind you and stuff while you were playing? That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, that kind of visual show is rare.
Yeah.
Is rare for artists, or musical artists to do nowadays, and I like it. I think it's really creative and can get really creative depending on how you do it.
Yeah, it's just a huge pain in the ass to set it up depending on the venue. If the setup would be right, that would work. But to be able to try to get the audio, because the audio and the visual was in the same thing.
Sure.
So to deal with that and all the wires and stuff at the venue is kind of difficult.
Sure. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're, I can see that, especially depending on what venue you're playing at too. Like, some of them may be, like, more equipped for things like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of them aren't, and trying to force in an element like that into a space that might not be super equipped for it can get nerve wracking. So I can see that. But still, it's at the same time, it's really creative. It's really cool to see, an extra element. Because I know speaking for myself, when I go see a particular artist, I like to see a visual show as well. I can listen to the album if I just want to hear your songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when I go to your show, I want to see a show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, as well as, liking that thing, it's not necessary, and in fact, like you said, and sometimes it was more trouble than it was worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, not necessarily having it, but there definitely is something to be said for a visual performance as well. Whether that be maybe a little lighting or a little bit of a production on stage. Where there's some movement either from yourself or from other elements on stage. Then it's just nice for the audience to be able to kind of witness something instead of just hear a track.
I got inspired by Mr. Kitty's lighting on his live stream.
Okay.
Are you familiar with him?
Not.
Oh, okay. He's like
shout out to Mr. Kitty.
Pop.
Everybody go check out Mr. Kitty.
Synth pop from Texas, but he has some really, really cool lights.
Really?
Yeah, I might at some point invest in if venues open up again. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, hey, if you're starting to already do the digital thing, why not continue with it and
Yeah.
invest in doing some digital stuff there,
Yeah.
So we kind of just skipped like right over like one of the big things about the listening room here. So first thing usually we do, I like to start off my show. Usually like to start off my day, but we kind of jumped right into the music here. But let's just reel it back in for a minute here, and let's go back to gratitude here. So I always like to start my show off like I start my day off with a little bit of gratitude. So why don't you tell me something you're grateful for? Just anything.
Well, I'm grateful for coming here. And I was also thinking the ocean, but also change this week. I think change has been nice. Like people kind of going and then coming in life.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I like that too. The sway. And while that can also lead you to miss people in a certain way, it can also make room for better situations to enter, and sometimes, that happens quick. Sometimes you make you open some space up for your life and it ends up happening, that you end up filling, you do something more fulfilling once you've opened up the space in your life, from maybe those, like you said, that, because the changes cause, maybe one person or a situation or a circumstance to maybe either enter or exit your life. It's it always kind of makes space for the positive to grow.
Yeah.
That's good. I can appreciate that, being grateful for the change and the ocean too, to be honest with you. I mean, we do live in a very unique place here by Southern California, where it's beautiful year round, and we can go down to the ocean. And you personally, you live just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the water, so you can just pretty much walk down there whenever you feel like it, right?
Yeah, but I don't go in the water there because it's kind of dirty. So
right. The beach is enough. You get like it, you're like this. You're close enough. You know what I mean? You're like there's the water, but that's good. Like I like that, but I'm not going in it.
That other day when it was in like the upper 90s, I went swimming in Santa Monica, and it was amazing because it was so hot, that it felt so good to be in the water.
In the water, I bet. Yeah, too, like we live uniquely. Long Beach is a south-facing beach, so I'm not sure what that does to like the red tides or like the, you know what I mean, like that type of like pollution and making it dirtier here than it maybe is in Santa Monica or like a little further north,
And we don't have the waves because of the
south-facing beach.
Breaker.
We have the shore break out there. That's right.
And also whatever's coming from San Pedro, the ports. So.
Right. That makes a lot of sense too. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I absolutely like it though. I like going down there and taking the one wheel for a ride or taking a walk or whatever. Beautiful down there, it really is. Daisy loves taking a walk down to the beach too. She absolutely loves Belmont Shore area. But yeah. So, did you grow up in Long Beach? Are you from this area?
I grew up in the San Gabriel Valley in Arcadia.
And then came down here and decided to take over Long Beach with it's Dark
Synth Riot.
Dark Synth Riot. That's right. You came down to Long Beach to take over with the Dark Synth Riot.
Yeah.
I love it. Have you found Long Beach to be a very welcoming environment for this type of genre in general? And have you found other artists in Long Beach area that that you can play with that you can kind of build off scene off of?
There's some. Yeah, I think it can be. I did a residency at 4th Street Vine.
Oh, no kidding.
Last fall. That went well. Yeah.
Very cool. Was that once a week type of thing?
Yeah, it was
super
last
cool.
November.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you find it to be a pretty welcoming environment here. I gotta say, Long Beach is that.
Yeah.
Long Beach is just that. Like but it's a mecca for music. Everybody comes here to play amazing music and all kinds of genres, and it's welcome. So, but yeah, your genre is fairly unique. I don't know a lot of other Dark Synth Riot bands out there.
They're just like kind of like gothy punk, punky electronic music.
Exactly. But that being said, Long Beach is super welcoming, and it's awesome actually. And I really enjoyed your stuff. Like when I heard it, like it was a breath of fresh air because it wasn't the same thing you hear from every artist out there. And I will say, I like that about a lot of the artists I've had on my show. I've had some really unique artists. Klepto K, for example, it was very unique in that aspect, and you're following in that type of in that type of vein and that type of vibe of bringing something new, bringing something that's not your everyday genre that people can get exposed to. It's all about, we were just talking about this on the last show that I was doing a little bit ago with BJ, and we're talking about exposing people, namely your kids. We were talking to a couple parents talking about music and development in children and stuff, and we were talking about exposing them to as many different genres of music as possible.
Yeah.
So they can really dip their feet into what they want, find what they like, not what you like that they listen to for so many years that they just like by default. Really just expose them to playing all kinds of instruments and different kinds of genres of music, because I've never heard anything like your style before, literally before you. But I got a buddy who does like experimental, like that's what he calls it. It's like experimental music, noise. It's like the noise genre.
Yeah.
And like I can get into that too. Like I heard his stuff, I was like, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
I was like, this is like, but I had never heard anything like that, which is very similar to your stuff. In fact, let's go ahead and take a listen to Serotonin. I want everybody to kind of get a feel and a vibe for like what you do. And is this so? We're about to watch a music video. Why don't you kind of tell us about what we're about to see?
Yeah. I wanted to mention that I found out about a genre called rhythmic noise.
Rhythmic noise.
From Serotonin, because there's part in the end of it that is, I guess, like rhythmic noise, the genre. So I didn't know that before other people told me that's what it was. So
you're like,
yeah.
I'm cross genre. Didn't even know. What's going on?
So about the Serotonin music video. I'm really happy how it turned out. I made it with AJ Strout directed and edited it, and Luca Fisher produced it, and we just planned it like starting last fall.
Very cool.
And ended up shooting it at CalArts, and kind of made like a foresty scene, and then we shot it in AJ's bedroom, and we just all kind of collaborated on
that's
the
cool
ideas for it. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So shout out to AJ, Luca, and CalArts obviously for helping out with the video too. That's really cool.
And then my friend Jen, that's in the other room, did the makeup for the video and
Very
helped
cool.
me pick out the dress that I
Awesome.
wore. So
That's cool. Well, let's take a look at the video we have here for Serotonin. Nice.
Okay.
Very cool. Awesome. Serotonin it is from Violent Vickie. So that's available on your YouTube channel. So tell everyone what your YouTube channel is.
Yeah. It's youtube.com/violentvicky.
Boom.
Yep.
YouTube.com/. Here, we're going to do this. Check this out. I'm going to do this right. Meow. I'm just going to change it while we're sitting right here.
Okay.
YouTube.com/Violent Vickie. That look right to you?
Yep.
Perfect. There it is.
Cool. Is that clickable?
It's not,
Oh.
but they can just get that. They got it. It's gonna be up. The show will be up. It ain't going nowhere. They can
Okay.
go ahead and check out your YouTube videos and see Serotonin again in its entirety. I actually like that one. I think that might have been the first song I actually heard from you. Actually, was Serotonin. Actually,
Yeah.
and then when you sent me your album, I really enjoyed Gloom, which which we're gonna show here today as well. And I got a big punk audience. So Vickie, Violent Vickie here. Should I just call you Vickie? Or should I call you just Violent?
Vicky's fine.
Should I just okay? All right. So Vickie's good. We're gonna call Vickie Vickie. All right. I feel like it's missing something. I'm just gonna call you Violent Vickie. It doesn't have the same ring.
Okay.
All right. But Violent Vickie, she knows that we had got a little punk following here, so she suggested we take a listen to Get Violent. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna listen to that one too. In fact, let's listen to Get Violent right now, since we're already here talking about the punk rock Violent Vickie that you're about to hear. So let's get into it. Punk rock Violent Vickie, Get Violent. Here you go.
Get violent, get violent, get violent,
Violent.
get violent, get violent, get violent, get violent, get violent, get violent. He wants me to. He wants me to. He wants me to.
All right, and we're back. Get Violent from Violent Vickie again. I like that one. Actually, you know what's crazy is that when you sent me the album, I don't know, for some reason I didn't hear that. And I just heard that right now, and I was like, I like this song. This is my new favorite song. But we are gonna listen to The Gloom, which I like a lot too. So you said that one actually had live instruments on that one?
Yeah.
So you had a live drummer, live guitar player, the whole deal?
Yeah, my friends from San Francisco. Yeah.
Nice. What's their band?
They used to be in a band called Para-E, P-A-R-A-E, and now Eric has been doing a band called God Gifu. That's more
cool.
of like a dark wave type band without a drummer.
That would have been crazy if you were like, yeah, it was like a little band called like the Ramones. I don't know. You guys probably not heard of them, you know. But no, that's cool. That was a good tune. So I gotta ask, with everything kind of at a standstill at the moment, do you have any plans for any future shows coming up, like anything that's coming up like in the near future here? Do you have any actual plans for any shows or any further releases?
Well, I was supposed to play in Mexico, but then it kept getting postponed because of what's going on. And then he said it was supposed to be in October, but I haven't heard anything, so I feel like it's probably not going to happen. But Mexico, could be a possibility once things open. Mexicali. And other things, I have a music video coming out soon for Under the Gun, which is a more synth punk type song. And then I have a music video for Circle Square, one of the ones we're going to listen to.
Nice.
Coming out. That's also by the director and editor that did Serotonin.
Nice. So you got some stuff coming out though.
Yeah.
So then you got like some scheduled things that are coming up. Very, very cool.
And a remix album too.
No kidding.
So, yeah.
And what's that going to consist of?
Well, there's a label in Berlin called Emerald and Doreen that I think they're going to do remixes of Under the Gun and maybe a couple other songs.
Really?
And then I think I'll probably do some remixes with the label that I'm on to Crunch Pod, because I already have a couple people that have remixed, done some really cool remixes.
Interesting.
Songs, so,
and that's cool. And what does being on, is that an indie label? Crunch Pod. Now, what does being on that label consist of for other like dark wave artists who may be thinking about kind of getting in the game and kind of getting into possibly being represented by an independent label? What does that kind of entail?
They're a Bandcamp label and they don't take the rights to the music, so they let me put my music on my Bandcamp and they put it on their Bandcamp, and they can help with mastering and art if you want. I had my mastering done by somebody else, but and art as well, and they do press stuff. So, but I also did a lot of press stuff as well. So
yeah, you boosted your YouTube channel quite a bit. How did you do that?
There's a YouTube channel called Burstimo, and they have videos about music marketing. They're from the UK, and I just followed their instructions on how to do a YouTube ad, and it worked. I think the first time I tried to do it, I was maybe trying to do like a clickbait or something, and it didn't work. It said in Russia it wasn't allowed or something, and they wouldn't let me do it. And then I did another style of ad, and it let me do it. And I only paid like 100 or something, and got quite a lot of views from it. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So with $100 investment, you got a good amount of views, and you think it was definitely worth the investment.
Definitely.
And it was interesting. Very, very cool. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing something similar as well, with a YouTube ad or some Facebook ads as well coming up here pretty soon. So, I mean, hopefully it'll work out, but I'll be picking your brain about that. So, but yeah, that's really cool. So possibly Mexico, some other things you got coming up, some songs you got being released here soon, and another video as well that's coming out. And then you're gonna be shooting some other stuff too, as well soon. So that's really good. At least we have something to look forward to as far as new stuff from you. And where can they find your album? I know you mentioned Bandcamp. Is your entire album up right there?
Yeah. Bandcamp is the best place to buy the album, and also you can buy my CD on there. I have I printed 100 copies,
Nice.
limited edition. of the CD. And then it's also on like Spotify and all the places where you can stream music, pretty much. So.
That's cool. All right, well, cool. Well, let's take a quick listen here to The Gloom, and then we'll come on back and we'll chat a little bit more. All right, here is The Gloom from Violent Vickie.
When
All right. So you got another gig? Where is that?
No, I mean I just have another job.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go.
That doesn't require.
So we were just talking about that. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, she's got a job that actually, will pay her money. And unlike, right now everything's on lockdown. But I am a musician who plays shows, a lot of shows for a living. And unfortunately, right now is on lockdown. But I did just get a text message from Glory Days in Seal Beach because Orange County is open for business, baby.
awesome.
So
I want to go.
playing some shows. I'll let you know. Hopefully, I'll see you down there. That'd be awesome. All right, so dark synth riot
Yeah.
from Arcadia
No.
to Long Beach. To Long Beach to take over. All right, so I totally dig your stuff though. Like I said, it was very refreshing to hear a new take on something. To hear a new type of music. It's like, good Lord, it was so nice because it's like movies. Like you always see the same movies over and over again. It's like finally nice to see something different every once in a while. What was that movie that Scarlett Johansson was in not too long ago? Under the Skin. Did you see that? Mm-mm. Super artsy, but it was like I got like an hour into the movie before I even questioned what I was watching. It was like, why am I still watching this? But it was so interesting that it just kept me watching. You know what I'm saying? But it was different. It wasn't something I had ever seen before. It was very different. And I was like, this is really interesting and cool. And it just captures your attention. And so I totally dig the style. Yeah.
Thank you.
Dark synth riot.
Yeah.
I'm like mixing it with dark wave,
Yeah.
But that's super rad. So one more time, why don't you tell everyone out there where they can find your YouTube channel, because you want everybody to subscribe. Go subscribe to Violent Vicki.
Yeah, youtube.com/violentvicky, and the link will be in the description.
Link will be down in the description box. You guys can go and just click on that, click on subscribe, and subscribe to Violent Vicki at youtube.com/violentvicky as well. You guys can pick up her album at Bandcamp as well. And you can look forward to a lot more very cool media coming out from Violent Vicki as well in the near future here. She's going to be doing all kinds of digital shows. She's going to be cruising to Mexicali to play as soon as that opens up, and all kinds of cool stuff. So we're looking forward to that. And before we go, on our way out, let's listen to one more tune from the Violent Vicki album. And this tune is called Circle Square, which you were mentioning you have a video coming out for pretty soon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you give me a little bit of a little bit of like what to look forward to as far as that goes?
Yeah, so it's a quarantine style video.
Okay.
So originally I was just asking the director of the Serotonin video just to do visuals, because they're a visual artist that presents visuals at like a lot of the goth clubs in LA.
Sure.
And since we're in quarantine, I just thought maybe they could just do visuals, but then they came up with an idea to have me singing into the camera. So then I just recorded myself in iMovie just singing. And then they were like, well, you should also maybe try dancing and then do some hand movements. So I did that too. So I think they're just working on editing it, making it look cool right now.
Cool. When
so,
can we expect that video to come out?
I'm not sure. So maybe like in a month or two.
All good. No problem. We'll be looking forward to it. This is Circle Square from Violent Vicki. Circle Square by Violent Vickie. Violent Vickie, everybody. I know y'all are clapping at home, just like standing up, just cheering. You can just hear it. It's like a stadium of people out there going off. I love it. Violent Vickie, everybody. Where can you find Violent Vickie's music, Violent Vickie?
So you can buy my music on Bandcamp. It's violentvicky.bandcamp.com. There's the digital and CD version there. And then I'm also on Instagram, Twitter. I think TikTok might be down. But and
quite
what else
possible.
is there? Facebook and YouTube. So
Violent Vickie across the board on all of them. Go find Violent Vickie.
Anywhere.
Go buy the album. Go to her YouTube channel and subscribe right now.
Anywhere
In
and
fact,
everywhere.
don't even let this finish. In fact, open up a new window on your browser and go to YouTube while you can hear my voice. You still can hear my voice, and I know that you're in a new browser already, and you're opening up YouTube and you're pulling up Violent Vickie's channel at youtube.com/ViolentVickie. I'm walking you through it because you can't see me, but you can hear me. So youtube.com/ViolentVickie, type it in. Okay? I'm waiting. Okay, now that it's typed in, press enter, and once you get there, press that red button that says subscribe, and then click that bell notification that says all. That way, whenever she posts a video, you guys are notified. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks so much for my guest, Violent Vickie, for coming in and showing us some really cool music, really cool original styles. And I really loved it. Thank you again. Thank you again to you. Thank you again to everyone out there. Absolutely love all of you guys. And remember, you guys, good things happen when you take time to listen. Thank you all. Love you all. Thanks for being a part of the listening room tonight. My name is Eddie Booze. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications, and give the video a like. We'll see you guys every Monday through Friday right here at 6:30. Take care.